TPO series part number 1 in our series of TPO, and today is the introduction. Okay, so there's not going to be any groundbreaking things in this. It's just more today's our introduction, and then obviously we'll end with questions about tonight's what we're covering tonight. So should you have any specific questions to that, we'll obviously do all your questions at the end of the stream. There was actually one thing that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this before we begin, so you can be excited for what's to come. This we have actually a really perfect example today of the TPO charts and the power that they have. And so this was one. I just want to just start off with this. This was posted. What are we now to? This was posted only coming on 5 hours ago inside of the group, where I was saying about the 54,320 London POC. So this is what we're going to be covering over the coming weeks, and we were basically just gave 54,320. That was called while we were up, still at the highs of the move. What are you looking for? Well, you're looking for the drop down into the London POC, exactly as predicted. You put in the low on that London point of control, as you can see here, and now where we are, we're back at 55, just below $55,000. So that shows you the power of these session point of controls. It's crazy, but you pull back right into that London POC and look at the bounce off of it. So like, yeah, to get you a bit hyped, that was pretty epic call today. No, waiting for that level, hit the level exactly as predicted. You get a bounce to you actually bounced it over $55,000. So that's pretty epic, no? That's pretty epic if I say so myself. And there you go. That's the power of the TPO charts. That's what we'll be going to be covering. And yeah, that was a perfect example from today. So that's why you got to make note. You got to make note. When I write the levels in the group, write it down on a bit of paper and be ready for when they're hit, because I'm doing pretty good with that at the moment. But anyway, with the TPO introduction. So TPO charts are similar. Of course, they're not the same, but they're similar to how we view fixed ranges. Obviously, the fixed range tool, which we're all I hope you're very familiar with on TradingView. TV just stands for TradingView. We're pretty much using TradingView almost the fixed range tool almost every day. So I think we're all very accustomed to that, and that's basically what it is and the use of it. Okay, but obviously we can go a lot more in depth with it. The fixed range tool obviously looks at volume. Okay, that's the biggest difference. And the TPO charts are obviously looking at time. So they are not anything to really do with volume. You're only looking at time aspect of a TPO chart. Well, unless you're using our templates, and then you've got both of it. But TPO chart obviously stands for time, price, opportunity. Okay, time, price, opportunity. And this is a fairly... don't really think it's used inside of cryptocurrency, but this TPO, just like general TPO charts, are obviously nothing created by us. This is a commonly used thing, especially inside of the stock market. I don't really see many people using TPO charts. Really, there's not a massive demand for it. Whereas in the stock market, lots and lots and lots of people use TPO charts. Okay, it's really regular, really normal. But yeah, so this is a TPO chart. Okay, and on the left we see the TPO chart. On the right here, so this is our template that we've got obviously from ExoCharts. I know that we have ExoChart templates, pretty sure there's a large selection of Atlas templates right now, also Sierra charts. These are like your primary platforms for using TPO for cryptocurrency at the moment. We have templates for them all, of course. And this particular template that you'll see me using a lot has the TPO chart on the left, okay, and the volume profile chart on the right. So these are two different charts essentially, and you merge them into almost the same chart. So you could have the volume profile on its own, and you could have TPO profile on its own, but we put them together because then you start to be able to see discrepancies between, as I wrote here, I use both of these together to find discrepancies between time and volume. The why and how will be explained obviously in future TPO series, because I can't just go all of it in an hour, unfortunately. So yeah, the reasons of why and how, that's to come. But just so you're aware, for today's video, this is the TPO chart on the left, and this is the volume profile on the right, and we use them together to see the discrepancies between time and volume. Man, my throat, I already can tell I'm going to struggle with this. I'm very sorry. I just noticed I block off half the screen. I should have remembered that. Anyway, when zooming into the TPO chart, we can see that there are letters on the chart. And I'm trying to do this tonight as if you're a totally brand new person that has never seen TPO charts before. One of the biggest questions, obviously, because inside of the group, we've been talking about TPO for what, I don't know how many months now. And one of the questions that we get asked a lot inside the group are what do the letters mean? You know, what are the letters? And I can understand that that's a bit confusing. No, you might, yeah, I can understand how that's confusing. Well, you'll know by the end of tonight. But obviously we can see when we zoom in. So that's the zoomed out view. And when we zoom into this, the letters appear on our templates anyway. Okay. So when you zoom in, you are going to see letters. So you might be wondering, why do we get all these letters on the chart? Okay. Well, we'll explain that in this. So expanding the TPO chart. So this is the standard TPO view that you're going to see. Okay, and let me just load this up to fully explain this with a real so what we can see here, this is your standard TPO, but what you can do is double click on this and you can expand, and you see how that has just expanded out the price action. Okay, this will make sense by the end of the live stream, but that's just what I mean by this. So this is the normal compacted view, and this is the expanded view. Okay, so expanding the TPO chart out, we can see that each letter, which starts with a capital and ends with the lowercase, represent a 30-minute candle. So each of the row of J, 30 minutes, the row of K, 30 minutes, the row of B, 30 minutes, the row of K, 30 minutes, okay? Or the column, so to speak, the column of K. Okay, so this column here is 30 minutes, this one here is 30 minutes, okay? Fairly simple, no? Thus, there are 48 letters used in the TPO charts. Each letter is a 30-minute candle. Obviously, this starts with capital A and it ends with the X. So you can see here, capital A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through to capital X. And then after capital X, it starts with the small case a. You might be thinking, why doesn't it go to Z? Well, because there's only 24 hours in the day and we're halving that for 30-minute candles. I guess that's the reason why it only goes to X. So yeah, that's what you'll see, especially on Exo charts anyway. Capital A, ending with capital X. Then you start your next 12-hour period, starting with small case a, and then working on for the next 12 hours of the day. Okay, and each of these is a 30-minute period. You might be, I guess the one question you might be wondering is, why is it helpful to expand rather than have it compacted in like this? Well, for example, if you didn't want to have it expanded, you would struggle to know. For example, here it's very obvious that you've opened the candle here at A, okay, and you've spent this period of A, and then you can see the capital B's where you've spent that amount of time. So, for example, if we were on a period of X here, a small X, the reason, I mean, it's not massively, I don't think you're going to be like looking at the letters of the charts all day, but it's just a helpful way of organizing the data. It's a helpful way of organizing everything to make sense. So when it's compacted in, it's very easy to see, right, price throughout the day has gone A, B, C, D, E, pushed up to here, and then, so on and so forth, So that's why it's helpful to have the letters on in a compacted view, so you can easily see, if we're looking at where's capital X. Okay, we know during the 12th hour of the day, we were trading around here, and then we've started our new period here from X to A. Okay, so it's just a way of quickly looking into the chart to see where we are, where we've come from. Okay, on a daily basis. Okay, and obviously there we go. So here we go. So yeah, this is the thing that many people will say, and I do agree with this. So TPO charts or volume profile, the two theories, they are not a strategy, and I totally agree with that. Like we're saying there, that TPO is to organize the data.